guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Caitlin and today I'm going to be talking about a trip to London that I took with my dad last weekend. Yeah, this video is a little bit behind schedule, but when am I not behind schedule, honestly, with these videos? Still setting up the channel. But yeah, so trip to London. It was a 2-day trip. We went up on the Saturday and then I came back home on the train on the Sunday. So while we were there, we went to the Natural History Museum, we went to see a showing of Wicked, and then we went to the British Museum on the Sunday. We also got to have a look around London, the shops, the sights, the atmosphere of the city, so that was really good. I haven't been to London that many times. I'm from Wales, and I haven't had that much reason to go, so I've only been to London maybe 5 times-ish, like events or going with the school. So it was really good to go now. It was great to see the city. Like, it's such a busy place. Like, I would absolutely love to move there and live there, because there's just so much life. Like, there's always something going on. It's just, there's museums and theatres and people and restaurants and just, oh, it's amazing. And from someone who's from quite a small city, it was just great to go there. The only thing about living in London which I'd be a little bit like with is the tube, but I think not liking the tube is a requisite of living in London, so well, yeah, I'd probably fit right in. Yeah, sorry, clear my throat. But yeah, so we went up on the Saturday and then we went to the Natural History Museum, which was fantastic. Like, I got some really good pictures which I'll sort of show on the screen somewhere. Either I'll be talking over them, and basically we saw the exhibits, the taxidermy exhibits, which are a little bit weird for me, because they're really interesting scientifically, but it's also a bit like, oh, saw some dodos, which was nice. First time I've been there, by the way. And then we saw the dinosaurs and the exhibits on the creation of the world, you know, the progression of different states that the world has been in, great space stuff as well, the Darwin exhibits, which are fantastic, great mechanical dinosaur thing, T-Rex, which is amazing. Yeah, it was just really good. It was quite busy, so that was nice. And then we also got lunch there because there's like a grill, like, restaurant, dinosaur grill themed restaurant in the Natural History Museum, if you didn't know, which was really good. I got a really good pizza there, which is fun. But then basically what we did, we went from there. Before we went there, we went to Harrods, which, you know, obviously the big famous department store, and that was great. So huge, and it was kind of like being in a museum of capitalism and commercialism itself. And it was sort of like £6,000 for a handbag, and then it was also, because I love makeup, so I obviously got distracted by the makeup section, and it's the first time I've seen like a Tom Ford or Marc Jacobs like makeup stands. So I got a good look at them. I didn't get anything because they are so expensive. Did buy a little original beauty blender, so I have that now, so I'm happy. But that's not like a £40 eyeliner, so But then what we did is, yeah, then that night we went to Wicked, which was fantastic. Yeah, no, before that we just sort of had a walk around Regent Street, which was great. Got a new camera from that, actually, which is amazing, and, you know, thank you my dad so much because it's such good equipment. But basically then we went to Wicked, which was such an amazing show. Like, I love Wicked. Like, I really love Wicked. Like, I heard the cast recording from 2003, the original cast recording, maybe 1,000,000 times. I absolutely love it. It's just, I love the music, and I read the book, even though the book and the show are obviously such different animals. But it was just great to really see the performance, because you can listen to cast recordings and you can read about cast recordings, you can see little clips online, but it's nothing compared to actually being there in the theatre, having the atmosphere of the theatre. And I was so lucky because we were quite close to the stage. We were on the bottom level and maybe 12 seats back, so we were really close. So it was just great to see the performance and the movements, and especially with the musical, because you can see the moments between the songs. And even though it's a very moving play, there was great comic timing as well. The lead actress had amazing chemistry. The lead actresses had amazing chemistry, and it was just really amazing to see them together and to see the songs, how it worked in the story, and how the comic timing worked with the emotional one. It was just amazing, and I loved it so much. It was absolutely great. Also, I was just quite excited because like we were the theatre we were next to was next to another theatre which I will be going to see Hamilton in December, so I'm very happy about that. Anyway, and then yes, the next day then we went to the British History Museum, which I've been to briefly before. I went with my university because I did classics, and we went to the archives under the museum because, you know, 90% of things that museums have aren't actually in the museum, and I'll talk more about that in the Classes Corner video I'm going to do on the British Museum, and I'll link that below sometime. But basically what we did is, first we got there quite early, so we avoid most of the queues, which is great, because if you're going to any museum, planning to go to any museum, I would suggest getting there early because sometimes exhibits start getting a little bit crowded. Like you'll get in and there are you might have to queue for a while, but it starts getting a little bit crowded around certain exhibits, so you don't really get the best look at them. And that's what it was like with the last time I went, and the Rosetta Stone. But I got a good chance to have a look at that now. Obviously, the big, when I say big, I mean the Rosetta Stone is a massive thing. So we got to see that, and I got some good pictures of it. And then we went around the Greek. What we did was basically went round the bottom and then round the top and then up, and we basically did circles. So it was amazing to see so much of the museum, because the last time I was there we didn't get a chance to look at the actual exhibits, so that was great. And then and I'll talk more about it in my other video on Classes Corner, but I loved seeing the Elgin marbles. That's the big thing I love, which were the friezes from the Parthenon, basically. Which is a little bit awkward for me because I love having opportunities to see them in Britain, but I've also been to the Acropolis Museum in Athens, and there's a space where the Elgin marbles should be if the Greek government gets them back, which they want to. So a little bit awkward there. But it's just amazing to see so many artifacts and so much history in the building. It was just great, and there's so many great exhibits on there. What I particularly liked was there was an event, I'm not sure if it's over by the time I'm recording this, but there's an event on which the British Museum was doing on basically celebrating Pride. It's that LGBT Pride. What they was in certain exhibits they had specific artifacts to do with queer and LGBT history, where they would just talk about the artifact, talk about the exhibit and its placement in LGBT history within the museum. So it was just really great to see the institution celebrating that and celebrating and acknowledging LGBT history as an important part of archaeological history. So, and I also got a lovely little book about it called The Little Gay History, which is really good, very brief, but it is little and it's mainly about the artifacts. So it's just a really good environment. And that's also something I quite liked about London, is in that obviously there was stuff going on for Pride, which is on July 8th, I think. The London Pride events are on July 8th, so you could kind of see the city gearing up for that. And again, I'm in quite a small city, so, and we don't really get that sort of openness around here, so it was nice to see, and something which if I move to London I probably look forward to. So yeah, it was just a really, really great weekend. It was really fantastic. I really loved it. It was just amazing. The one thing I could have done without though is that could have done without the 2-hour train diversion on the way back, because it's like a 4-hour train that turned into a 6-hour train, which was annoying and tiring. It made me stress out a little bit because I was really tired, so I didn't notice really notice the tannoy being like, by the way, you're being diverged. And then when I was in Gloucester, ended up in Gloucester, I was just like, oh wow, wait, what's going on? Okay. Moral of the story is paying more attention when you're on a train, but cut it on without that. I think I also survived mainly on pizza and cookies that weekend, because that seemed to be the food that we ended up with the most. Which was just really good pizzas, really good cookies. They had Ben's cookies, which are amazing because we don't have them here in Swansea. Like, you do have them in like places like Oxford and Bath and London, They're not in Swansea, but we don't even have a Millie's cookies here. So it was just really good to get away, see the city, and had a really good time. Now, hopefully I'll have another video up for you guys this week about something, but hopefully schedule's going to be a little bit on track. If you guys want to comment below, tell me about your experiences London, your trips. If you live there, what's the best bit about living there? You know, a bit of experience. If you've seen Wicked, what you think about Wicked or other shows. So if you liked this video, please like, share and subscribe, and I will be back with you soon. Okay, thanks for listening guys. Bye.